You've probably heard over and over again people talking about the five pillars. And you've been asking yourself, what are these five pillars that I keep hearing about? Well, I want to explain them to you simply, how they work and what's the five pillars about. Pillar number one is meetings. The first thing a recovering addict needs to do is to do meetings, 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 meetings. And it is suggested that as a newcomer, you have to do 90 meetings in 90 days. The foundation of the program is doing a lot of meetings and attending meetings because that's where program takes place, and that's where you're going to meet other addicts who are also recovering, and you can share ideas, bounce off ideas, relate with them, identify with them, and find a sense of belonging. So the first thing in the five pillars is meetings. A recovering person has to do meetings. The second one is sponsorship. He acts as your mentor, as your life coach, as someone who guides you, who directs you, who you can speak to, you can offload to, who will help you and show you how the program works. It's usually someone who's already worked the 12 steps. They've been in the program longer than a year. They also have a sponsor. They're also in touch with their sponsor. They also have worked all 12 steps, and they attend meetings regularly, and they will guide you and help you, and you can be able to speak to them, and they will teach you how the program works and how to become a recovering addict. Number three, it's something I should have started with in the beginning, and that is a higher power, whom I call God. You need to have a power greater than yourself. You need to have a conception of God in your mind. You need to believe in a God. You need to pray regularly. You don't have to be a religious person. You don't have to belong to a religious organization or to organized religion, but you should have a conception of God. You need to be believing in God. You need to be praying to God every day, because that's how the program requires you. And do not let the word God make you afraid, because I know a lot of addicts, when they come into the rooms, as I was also one of them in my first year of recovery, I had a problem with that word God. But as time goes by, I understood it. And part of the program is that you need to have a conception of God, you need to believe in a God, you need to pray to a God. Number four is service work. You need to be doing service work. It's either you can be packing chairs, you can be organizing tea and coffee, you can be the chairperson, you can be the literature person. There's a whole lot of service work that you can do in the program, but you need to be involved. You need to be active in the program. You cannot be passive. You can call ASC, and usually the GSR will read up announcements, and he will say that service position is available, like phone and line I know is available all the time. Prison, the HNI is always looking for people, they need help sometimes. There's all kinds of service. You can do service in ASC level, you can do it in group level. My suggestion is, when you start out, do it in group level. So you need to be organized in service work. By the way, you don't get paid to do service work. So this is something that you need to be willing to do for free. Number five, it's the most important thing again, is step work. You need to be doing step work. You need to get yourself a step working guide, a green and gold book, or you can get yourself the how and why, and you need to go through it. You need to get yourself literature. You need to start educating yourself and reading the literature and knowing the literature and living according to the literature, because that's where a lot of recovery takes place. And the message is in the literature. We do not invent a new message. We do not carry a new message. We carry the message that's in the literature, and that's the 12-step program. So it's an A4 book that you get yourself. It's called the Step Working Guide. You started from step 1 until step 12. You go through that step work with your sponsor, and one of the purposes of the sponsor is that he has to help you to go through your step work, to do your step working program. He needs to help you through the 12 steps of the recovering process. You need to speak to him honestly, and when you do your step work, you need to do it honestly. And those are the five pillars that you consistently every day need to be doing in the program of recovery in order to stay recovering. See, we need to understand one thing, that we never get to a place where we say we have recovered. It's an everyday process. It's a just for today program. Now, let me go into detail with that for a second. What does it mean when we say it's a Just for Today program? Does this mean I should not have a medical aid? I should not pay my bills? I should not have a job because just for today, I just want to be alive. And just for today, I'm just living for today without a plan or purpose or future or direction? No, that's not what it means when we say just for today. It means just for today, I'm going to stay clean and sober. Just for today, I'm going to work a program of recovery. Just for today, I'll find new associates. Just for today, I'll find a new way of living. Meaning, I only have to stay clean and sober and abstinent one day at a time without having to worry about tomorrow. I just have to stay clean and work a program for today. That's what we mean when we say it's just for today. And I hope me explaining to you what the 5 pillars are will help you to implement them, put them into action so that you may recover. Well, I wish you all the best. I hope you find recovery. I hope you find a new way of living. And I hope that you know that this program really works. It works wonders. It works miracles in your life. In AA, they talk about the 12 promises that they will come to life. Believe me when I say when you work this program, they really do come to life. And like the big book says, half measures availed us nothing. We stood at a turning point. And so we need to make sure that we're not doing it half measures. And we need to remember that we need to put first things first. And that's to put our recovery first. And we need to make sure that we remember that easy does it. We did not look for a shortcut or what's easy or what's convenient. But we need to look for what works. And trust me when I say I know success when I see it. And a person that works a 12-step program and works the 5 pillars and has his 5 pillars in place is guaranteed to stay clean and to stay sober and to reap the benefits of gifts of recovery. Well, I hope that this makes a difference in your life, and I hope that you start implementing and putting into action a way for you to implement the 5 steps. Get into a meeting, go to a meeting, call your sponsor, start doing your step work, get some service work done, and pray to God.